Topping the news at 5:30, an Illinois man was first charged with assault and burglary after an altercation with an assistant principal at a Buffalo school in February. It turns out there was much more to the story, and that the man, 30-year-old Shane Cronin, is now facing a host of additional charges after authorities now say he entered the Dr. Charles R. Drew Science Magnet School and tried to kidnap 2 children. He's then accused of punching the principal who intervened. Cronin pleaded not guilty to the charges yesterday. The news came to light after a Buffalo police detective reported the incident during a recent podcast, accusing the district of a cover-up and questioning how it's being handled by the district attorney. Now, District Attorney Mike Kane cannot talk about this case, both ethically and legally. But now that it's working its way through the courts, his predecessor can address it.
Former Erie County District Attorney John Flynn is joining us now. John, thank you so much for joining us. I guess a lot of people probably have in their mind, this was brought up on this podcast by this detective, and then all of a sudden it was in the news. Is there a correlation there that it was brought up on this podcast and then, you know, all of these charges are being brought forth?
That's not logical, because what happened was, if you remember, he was originally arrested and arraigned back in February. Now, the charges were different, but if you recall, you know, over my 8 years as DA, we had a number of cases, probably hundreds, where the initial arrest was made, and then when we put it in the grand jury and did the grand jury investigation, we had different charges that came out of it, all right? That's exactly what probably happened here. Obviously, I wasn't there, but I can tell you that after this case was arraigned and arrested in February, the grand jury investigation part starts immediately, and that's well before the podcast came out.
Let's talk a little bit about the relationship between the school district and the district attorney's office. And this can be any school district. In this case, it's going to be Buffalo, but you guys, of course, deal with other school districts, all of them in Erie County. What is that relationship like? What are the difficulties and challenges there? I imagine the biggest of which is probably the dealing with children.
Absolutely. But I can tell you, Dave, in the 8 years that I was DA, we had an outstanding relationship with the Buffalo School District and everyone else across Erie County. The main thing that any school district has to worry about is the protection of children's information, all right? Again, all my kids went through the Kenton School District. Your kids went through the school district, all right? I mean, you want to make sure as a parent that your kid's information is not getting out there. That's what every school district is concerned about. Now, does law enforcement sometimes get frustrated with that? Yeah, but you know what? Get over it, because at the end of the day, we always were able to get the information, and we always had a great relationship with the Buffalo School District and everyone else.
Is that kind of the only roadblock when you're working with schools? And was that a roadblock that you kind of came to a lot?
Yeah, it's the main roadblock, Kelsey. I mean, because again, they are very, very careful about identifying children and about identifying children that may have been involved in some kind of incident. Now, if you're a law enforcement agency and you have to investigate an arrest or a situation, you're going to need that information. And, you know, what we did was we met, we worked it out. At the end of the day, we had great collaboration and we got the information we needed.
When it comes to working with the district, and let's say children are involved or not, what are a district attorney's limits when it comes to what they can and cannot discuss publicly? Again, we said this at the beginning. Mike Kane is not here because ethically he cannot sit here and talk about a case that is currently being adjudicated. But you can because of your experience.
Correct.
Within that experience, what can you and can you not talk about? So in other words, the public is not surprised when you can't mention someone's name if they haven't been charged with a crime yet.
Well, I mean, every case that involves a minor, someone under the age of 18 years old, if you recall, every press release that we sent out in my 8 years had no name to it. So we never released the name of a minor. We never released any kind of, I went even further and tried not to identify any information that may lead to the identification of a minor. So I was extremely careful about that. You know, as far as the best practices, you know, I think that DA Kane has the same mindset that I have. Once the arraignment happens on an indictment, at that point right there, you don't talk about it. until trial starts. If you remember, I didn't say boo about Tops.
True.
Once the arraignment happened on the indictment in the Tops case, I didn't say a word.
And why is that? Why can't you? Why don't you? What could happen down the road?
I didn't want to taint a jury. That's the main thing. My biggest concern in the Tops case was that the defense lawyers were going to make a motion to move it out of Buffalo. And that's what I didn't want. So the main thing is that you don't want to taint a jury. And just, you don't want to try your case in the media. You don't want to have the evidence out there. Now, again, I don't know what kind of evidence they have in the school district case here. I assume they have some video. I assume they have, obviously, statements from witnesses, probably statements from students, minors, all right? So all that stuff is information that you want to protect and not get out there before a trial.
Let's talk about this podcast that's going on with this detective. I don't want to, do anything, too punchy toward this guy,
yeah.
but him coming out and saying these things before everything's been worked through the courts. Good idea, bad idea? I mean, do you have any thoughts on it at all?
Yeah, well, listen here. I mean, everyone has a right, obviously, to, go on a podcast and to talk to the media. We've all been involved in hundreds of podcasts, okay? So I don't blame anyone for doing that. What I don't like are two things. I don't like the narrative that came out of this podcast that this cover-up has been going on for years and years, especially under my watch, which obviously you can imagine upsets me, okay? Because this is not true, all right? So, the narrative that came out that this kind of cover-up was going on for years and years isn't true. This arrest happened in February. It happened like 4 months ago, okay? So let's get the time frame in perspective here. In addition, the other thing I don't like is what you alluded to, is that somehow no one did anything or no one investigated this until the podcast came out. This guy got arrested and arraigned in February on the initial charges. I can guarantee you that the DA's office started their grand jury procedures, grand jury investigation almost immediately. Like I said before, well before the podcast came out.
Former Erie County District Attorney John Flynn. John, thank you for being here and providing insight. It's important. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.